Chapter 5 Food Safety. Dear students, you have studied in the previous class about nutrition and diet. Based on this, we are going to complete the following chart with the correct information. See the chart, students. In the chart, they have given food or source, nutrients obtained, function in the body. Now, which is the first one? See, jawar, wheat, millet or bajra, rice. What is the nutrient obtained? The nutrients obtained from it, that is carbohydrates. And what is the function of the carbohydrates in the body? The function of the carbohydrates in the body is to provide energy to the body. Now second one, beans and pulses. What is the nutrients obtained? That is the proteins. And what is the function of the proteins? The function of the proteins is to repair the wear and tear of the body as well as for the growth and development of the body. Now third one, here students, oil, ghee, etc. The nutrients obtained, that are fats. And what is the function of fat? Again, it provides energy to our body. Fourth one, fruits and vegetables. The nutrient obtained, that are vitamins and minerals. And the function of vitamins and minerals are to give immunity and resistance to the body as well as to help in all life processes. From above this, we can conclude that all the constituent of food contains carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, fibers and water, which is very necessary for the growth of our body. And where we get from these nutrients? We get these nutrients from the food materials like wheat, jawar, pulses, fruits, vegetables, etc. Now students, observe the picture, that is 5.1. In the picture A, we can see a grain of sack and some grains are spilled on the floor and a rat is eating the grains. Okay. In the picture number B, we see there is a food stall. There are some samosas, vada pavs are there, and on that vada pavs and samosas, some flies are sitting and one man is taking the food item or food stuff. In the picture number C, a greengrocer, she is selling the vegetables and besides her there is lot of garbage, and since a man is buying the vegetable. In the picture D, there is some sacks are there of the grains and beside it there is a dirt. So from this pictures, what we conclude is that if we consume this food materials or foodstuffs, we may fall sick. Okay. Now, students, we will study with our first point, that is food spoilage. Now, what is food spoilage? See here, students, food spoilage means unpleasant change in color, odor, texture, quality, taste, result into loss of food nutrients. It is called as food spoilage. Now, see a second one. What are the factors responsible for the food spoilage? There are some natural reasons or natural factors which are responsible for the food spoilage. The foodstuffs may spoil due to the natural causes. Example, fruits that or their skin turns black and may give out a bad odor. As well as the man-made causes are also there. See here, that is the wrong way of handling the food materials, overcooking of the food, improper storage of the food, or sometimes we keep the food material in the damp place, means it is in the wet place. This also leads to the food spoilage. As well as during the transportation, the food is spoiled. Now third points here which is responsible for the food spoilage is some of the food materials are spoiled due to the factors present in it. For example, we can say fruit turns black or it changes its taste. Like that, meat also becomes sour and peanut becomes rancid. Next one here, due to also the chemical reaction, the food is spoiled. Okay, some of the foodstuffs undergoes chemical reaction on contact with the metals and are spoiling the food. As well as the microorganisms and insect also causes the food spoilage. They sit on the these microorganisms and insect that are present in the air, water and soil. They are responsible for the food spoilage. Now students, we know that India is with the help of the technology, it is showing a great progress in the production of the agricultural products. Okay, in the agricultural products. Even so, many of the people in our country and also all over the world are facing the problems of hunger. Many of them do not get even one-time meal in a day. This is because of food wastage. And our next point is food wastage. So it's our duty to prevent the food wastage also. Now students, see, a food wastage is of two types. That is qualitative and quantitative wastage of food. Now first we will see that is the quantitative wastage of food. Now in the quantitative wastage of food, sometimes in the farming, there are wrong methods are used, that is hand sowing of the seeds, improper storage of the seeds, or wrong methods of distributions are some of the quantitative wastage of food. Besides that, much of the food is wasted when there are traditional feast or some guests are welcome to our houses. That time we offered or we served too much of food. And in this way the quantitative wastage of food is done. So what we have to do? We have to offer this food to the needy ones. Now second type, that is the qualitative wastage of food. What is the qualitative wastage of food? That is using wrong methods of protecting food, excessive use of food preservatives, overcooking, washing of vegetables after cutting, mishandling of fruits like grapes and mangoes, as well as there is a miscalculation of the time required for the transportation from the farmers till us, that are from producers to the consumers. Then also the qualitative wastage of food is done. Students, there are some ways to prevent the food spoilage and food wastage. Serve yourself only as much as you can. How we can prevent the food wastage or spoilage? That is, first one, we have to take as much as we required or we can eat the food. We have to avoid the overcooking of food. Don't put lot of water in the food or in the vegetables while cooking the vegetables. This may lead to the overcook and the nutrient content will loss out. We have to avoid the throwing of leftover food. If there is leftover food, we have to reuse it in a proper way. Now the next point, that how we can prevent the food wastage is, we have to buy the grains or vegetables, fruits as much only we can require or we can use. We have to avoid using extra. We have to avoid purchasing extras of the vegetables, fruits, grains. Okay, this also helps the food wastage. Now fifth point here, storage of grains and perishable foodstuffs like vegetables, fruits, milk in a proper method. We have to store all these fruits, vegetables, milk in a proper method. Otherwise, what will happen? They will get spoiled or wasted. While we are buying any product which is canned or bottled or packed, this we have to check. What we have to check? The expiry date of the bottled, canned, packed food and use within that time. If we buy anything in the market, you have seen it has an expiry date. Okay, when it is manufactured and when it is expired, the date is mentioned over that. Within that time we have to use that. Okay, and whatever you have taken in your plate, that all food must be consumed by you. Eat all the food that you have served yourself. Students, we are going to see our next point, that is food storage and preservation. Now, in the previous class also you have learned about some methods of preservation, that is freezing, drying, boiling, airtight packing. Okay, these are some methods you have seen in the previous classes. So, why we have to do this preservation like this in this way? Because we have to prevent from the growth of microorganisms that is coming in the food. Okay, the different methods will prevent the growth of microorganisms in the food and thereby we can save the food from spoiling. Now, food protection and food preservation. What is the definitions here, or what is meaning of food protection? Prevention of food spoilage by microbial growth and infestation by pest is called food protection. We have to prevent the food from the microorganisms that is coming over on it, as well as from the pest. These will also, what will they do? They will spoil the food. So we have to protect this food from the microorganisms as well as from the pest, and this is called as food protection. And what is food preservation? Use of various preservatives to prevent for a long period of time food spoilage due to internal factors is called as food preservation. We know that whenever we buy the packed or canned food items, there are preservatives added. For example, we see pickles, wafers, that in that the preservatives are added. Okay, many of the items that are coming in the market, in that the preservatives are added. So this, it is used, why they are using the preservatives? To keep the food item for a longer period of time. But if sometimes what happens, they also damage or they also spoil the food. Okay, so this is the food preservation. Now students, here 16th October, it is observed as World Food Day. What is the motto behind the World Food Day? That is to work towards the food security and avoid food wastage. Now students, see a organization which is working for the food safety, that is National Institutions, National Institutions Food and Drug Administration. This is the government organization that controls the production and distribution of food and drugs by their standardization. Food Safety and Standardization Authority of India, that is FSSAI, has been established as per the Food Safety and Standardization Act 2006. So whenever you buy any packet of food items or anything from the market, we can see this logo on it, that is FSSAI. That is the, what is the meaning for FSSAI? What is the full form of FSSAI? That is Food Safety and Standardization Authority of India. So this means that the food is safe for, it tells us that food is safe to consume us. Thank you.